How's it going, guys? This is gonna be a different video. Yeah. Sorry about that. But basically, I want to talk about perspective. Now, I want to talk about, of course, my experience. Now, for me, there's always more than one way of winning, and if you can win multiple ways, you basically win to I guess the most high, the most extreme. So what I'm trying to help with others with is, for example, if you're making a little bit, if you're starting whatever you're doing and you're making little to maybe none to maybe even an okay amount of money on what you're doing, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Now, I don't know how you are, but what I would recommend is you should be here for the long game. You should enjoy what you do and do it as much as possible. I personally do it basically every day. Plus, working every day, but that's just how I like to do things. So, another thing that I personally just do and I accept is everything that it says in the Bible. Now, the Bible says if you don't work, you won't eat. And it goes on to talk about the fastest way to wealth is working. And then after working, after the number one thing, it's investing and etc. So right off the bat, that's how you win the first way. If you're working and you're enjoying the work, or even slightly enjoying it, you're winning. You're winning. Now the second thing I imagine, or I practice myself, is making good decisions. Now, if you make bad decisions and you make good money, there's really no point of making good money. You're throwing all the blessings away. You're trashing it. Your opportunities, your time. I can go on and on. Now, I'm going to cut it very short, and I'm going to get straight to the last point, which there's a lot more, but I'll do it in detail video later. For now, I want to talk about, we'll just talk about something that I'm already doing, YouTube. And we'll start something like that. So let's start off and say you're not making any money on YouTube. All right. Now, I want to make it very clear, if you got everything else handled, you're actually proficient in your own way. You're good at making videos. You have your own niche, or etc. Well, the only thing I could tell you is you got to be patient with it. Now, I said you're going to be winning, and the way you're winning is different than monetization, meaning money. You could be winning in getting an audience. Also, another thing that I recommend is influencers, whichever one. Now, for me, besides making money, I gain influences. Now, for example, an influencer is an artist. Now, on my channel, I work with artists. I work with clothing brands, etc. I work on games and guns, cars, reviews, music. I mean, the list goes on, guys. Now, you're saying, how does that benefit me? Well, if I wasn't making any money, then I would say you're winning because you're building your brand. Now, notice that I said I'm working with some, pretty big things. When you're working with artists, and I'm not talking about no crappy artist, okay? I'm talking about, this is just me, but I have a knack for working with artists, who just come out, maybe for a couple years, and I start working with them, and then after years later, they get a record deal, and I'm just gonna name a few just so you know what I'm talking about. For many years, I worked with Noah, No One, Johnny Drama, Jordan Solomon, Coltrane. Right now, Mo Vision. I just did one recently with Mo Vision. Recently did something for Dominic Fike. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch more, man. But I don't. I have a record that I have a list of people that I've worked with, but I don't remember, man. I gotta look at the list. The main point is that I saw the potential that every artist has ever had. All of them. I've seen the potential before I saw, in my mind, they were gonna make it. And then I also saw that I had some talents, gifts that God has given me, where I can do a beat for them, I can make a song for them. They can lease something from me. I could do promos for them, etc. Something I could provide, whether it was for pay or not. I wanted to help them out. I wanted to do something together. Again, like I said, so it benefits both. My brand, my equity, or just being a good person, a good friend, a good relationship. It doesn't always have to have a ROI, a rate of return. It could just be something that'd be nice to do for each other. Because honestly, it's all genuine. Well, guys, coming to my conclusion, I just want to say, I'm just trying to be genuine out here, guys. Helping each other, not just for the benefit. For me, it's worked out so many times. I have really good relationships with a lot of the artists that I've talked about. I've even made some money. I'm not gonna disclose how much, but still, it's a good time. Good time. It's a good time, good relationships. It's another way of winning. Even if I do win with money too. I win like 4 times. Well, guys, I hope you have a nice day. This is Bastians Goofy. I'll see you next time.